Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. In this video you will learn how to set up Alpine Linux. So Alpine Linux is a distro of Linux that is built to be lightweight, simple and secure. It uses the OpenRC init system, which makes it very fast at boot up. So basically you can run this or install this on an old system or your old PC, your Raspberry Pi, even your cloud setup, or even IoT devices where memory is of concern. As a matter of fact, you can even boot from an SD card. All right, so let's get started. First thing we are going to do is to download it. So go over to the downloads. And as you can see here, we have the standard, we have the extended, the netboots, Raspberry Pi, like I mentioned, the generic ARM, the mini root file system, virtual for virtual devices, and then these other options that we have. So we will be making use of the standard version and the 64-bit version. So go ahead and click on this to download. And when it's downloaded, then we head into our VirtualBox to get it installed. All right, so we are in our VirtualBox, and then the first thing we want to do is we want to click on New. So you want to give it a name. I'm going to name it Alpine. Then the ISO image we downloaded, we want to select it here. And to do that, just navigate to where you downloaded the ISO image and click on it. The type is Linux. And then the version, we're going to choose other Linux 64 bits. And then we click on Next. You can go ahead and leave it at the default values. You can enable this because enabling EFI is also possible. So go ahead and enable it. All right, I think we are good to go. Click on Next. Click on Next. Then we finish. Okay. Then once this is done, we can go ahead and click on Start. Because Alpine Linux uses OpenRC init system, you can see the boot up is very fast. It's now already asking for login. So on first boot, the credential is root without a password. So I'll go ahead and type root and hit enter. Then what we want to do is we want to set up Alpine for first use before we reboot. So to do that, we can just type setup Alpine like this. Then we hit enter. Then it's going to require us to select the key map. So I'm going to choose the US keyboard. Then we want to select the variant, still type US. Okay, the host name, I'm going to choose my alpine.com because that's the format it's requesting. Okay, it's going to detect the available network interfaces. By default, it has selected ETH0. So go ahead and select that also. If you have other ones, you can also choose them. So IP address for it is 0. So I'm going to go with the default of DHCP. It's asking me if I want to do any manual network configuration. No. So change the password for root. It's asking me to change the root password. I'm going to give it okay. So the time zone is going to go ahead and select your time zone. Okay. So it's asking for proxy. I don't need one, so I'm going to type none. It's asking for the network time protocol. So go with the default. So just hit enter. So it's asking for an APK mirror. The best option is to find and use the fastest mirror. So I'm going to type F. So it's going to scan all the available mirror lists and then choose the fastest one for us. So I will pause now and then we'll continue when the fastest one is selected. So the fastest APK mirror has been selected for us. So it's asking if I want to set up a user. I don't want to set up a user, so I'll type no. Which SSH server? I don't want any SSH server. So I'm going to type none. So it's asking which disk to install into. I'm going to type SDA because that's what is identified. Go ahead and type whatever uh, disk is identified when you run it. Click enter. How do you want to use it? So sys basically is the regular installation. Data if you want to use it as a data storage. So basically we are going to type sys for the regular installation. Now the installation is going to begin. All right, so it's done setting up the disk. It's asking us if we want to erase and continue. Yes. All right, so it's saying installation is complete. Please reboot. So after the reboot, it's now going to load into the fully installed setup. So type reboot.